When we carry that message of peace to others, we are becoming peacemakers. God delights in those who reconcile others to himself. Those who bring the gospel are beautiful. Only the children of God can bring peace of knowing God to others. A person must have a real relationship with God before he or she can help someone else know God. For those who witness for Christ, share their faith with their friends, and serve others in the name of Christ, and are ambassadors for peace, which is what this verse identifies. Blessed are the peacemakers. They will be called the children of God. Okay, so again, you do your research. Maybe your pastor, maybe what you went through in Sunday school, maybe other people might have told you other things. But the verse comes down to blessed are peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God, Matthew 5:9. So what does it really mean? Well, it's not just about being calm and avoiding conflicts. A peacemaker is someone who actively works to bring restoration, reconciliation, and the right relationships between God or with God and others. Not peacekeeper, peacemaker. Peacekeeper avoids conflicts. I don't want drama. Peacemakers, they step into the conflict to bring healing. Let's make this right. After all, Jesus was the Prince of Peace. So Jesus isn't praising passivity. He's calling for courage. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the people that bring the gospel to others, because that's ultimate peace. Peacemakers, you could look upon them and say that they help restore broken relationships between people, broken relationships between man and God, resolving tension between people, forgiving when wronged, encourage unity instead of division. In Romans 12:18, if it is possible, live at peace with everyone. Matthew 18:15, go directly and restore the relationship. So there's more to peacemaking than what people think, and peacemaking is different than peacekeeping. So when Griffin throws out something about peacemaker on The View, and when Joy Behar talks about Jesus never said he was the Messiah, Jesus was never narcissistic about that, and Whoopi Goldberg says, let's move on because the Pope is with God. Well, the Pope is nothing more than just another person. I know in the church it represents something more, but the Pope is not biblical. People think or have interpreted scripture that the Pope is a successor to Peter based on some scripture references. And throughout the years, there's been some ups and downs. Martin Luther, one of the 95 theses he's tacked to the church wall, was against the Pope. The Pope, like any other religious leader, Protestant or otherwise, has fallacies. Franklin Graham is a sinner. I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. The Pope is a sinner. The Pope, but just by being the Pope doesn't mean that he gets to heaven just because he's the Pope. He still has to give his life to Christ. And maybe the Pope should be more Mother Teresa than the Pope, sitting at the Vatican and all that riches and being honored and being uplifted, but maybe get down in the grunt of the work and help others. Or maybe he did that along the way, and that's why he was voted Pope. But when you talk about peacemaker, when you talk about the Messiah, when you talk about biblical things, you can't just throw things out there. Because see, peacemakers, they will bring people back to God. It's a deeper level than what we think of it. Peacemakers help reconcile people to God.